I'm still worried about what happened with Ixel. Like, the boss are supposed to be there. Also, his boss was a lot easier than the ellipse. I wonder what's up with them now. Oh. Oh, there's Ixel! Hey, what's up, my man? Bro? I ain't. There's always quite curious. Why does it have Siam symbol on it? The mystery continues. Well, they did say that they sealed the status thing. Accessing database for information on current location. No information present. A virus was detected, though that might just be Ixel. Hey, Ixel, what's up? Looks like someone left his door open. I wonder what lies beyond it. Just kidding. I know it's you, Siam. Siam? Hello? Huh. I guess we keep it quiet back there. Guess we'll have to drag them out ourselves. Alright, let's go. Let's see what's in. Whoa. There's something very odd about this hallway. It's giving off a strange vibe to me. Ixel said something about Silent hiding around here, but I don't see them anywhere. Maybe Ixel really is crazy. Judging by the atmosphere of this place, I get the feeling that something quite disturbing is about to take place. Brr, it's a bit chilly in here. I mean, it's definitely not this cold outside. Well, throw the volume back to regular. Wait. Isn't this the music that played at the ending of the first game? There's definitely something unusual going on here. I just hope we end up with some solid answers this time around. Exo's giving me a weird look. You know, the thing where they suddenly flash their eye at you? I don't like it. Well, it looks like I'm just as cool as the rest of you guys. I can't make heads or tails of this place. Scanning area for trace of Sion. Negative. Exo appears to be confident that Sion is somewhere nearby. Perhaps they detected something that my sensors did not. Exo, what's up? What's up, buddy? Everything alright? Sion should be around here this corner, I swear. Oh. Oh, right. This is like old school Roblox. Yeah. Old school games with old school cutscenes. Hey, what's up, guys? Ixel, doesn't seem to be any traces of Sion here. Was your conclusion perhaps erroneous? Yeah, I don't see anything here either. Sorry. Get away from me! Whoa, where did this come from? The voices! They're screaming in agony. Ixel's got voices in his head? No, I've seen everything. Sion is killing them. They're killing my friends. Oh dear. That's it. We're taking down that six-pointed freak. Speaking of the devil, look who's here. Hello there. What seems to be the issue? Hold on, where is he? Where's that motherfucker? Sion, you're the one who committed genocide across numerous higher planes of existence, across countless dimensions. I will avenge them all. I will destroy you. I will make you wish you were never born. Axel fires a distortion laser at Sion. Foolishness. Whoa, what the hell? What the hell? Why? What the fuck? I'm glad you two could make it to our tea party. What in the world? Is that Stratosphere? Here, Stratosphere. Would you like some tea? What the fuck? Didn't think so. No, it can't be. I have to contact the others. Compel, you live here there? Come in. Don't worry, we're right behind you. Oh dear, bringing in unwanted guests? I'm afraid I can't allow this. Let's put an end to this. Shadow Eclipse! I'm sorry, but you weren't invited. What is this? Reality is shattering. What the hell? Shattered Shardscape. Final World. What the hell are you doing? Alright, World 10. Let's go. What the hell? What is this? There's a red coin. Oh! Yeah, it's a very bad start. What is this place? I mean, I know we already saw the name of it, but like, what the hell? It's just a bunch of shards. Just a bunch of shards. Guessing that cloud has nothing in it. Yeah, probably not. Whoa! Hey, look who decided to show up. Ah, if it isn't the Star Savior, thank goodness you're here. Ascension used to tell us all about your close encounter with Stratosphere. Sounds like it was quite the tea party. Ugh, I got the feeling that Stratosphere would still be alive, but didn't expect him to appear here alongside Sciom. I had a feeling that we're supposed to save Stratosphere somehow. Don't ask me why, I'm not sure myself. Things just aren't adding up right now. No, I know what you mean. I had a similar feeling back when I was fighting against the Star Savior. I just flashed out for no particular reason. It's almost as if I knew there was something suspicious about the way Scion was trying to get the Star Savior to go around collecting stars and symbols. That was likely a coincidence. Let's not go around following our hunches all the times. Yes, but at this point I'm not sure what else we can rely on. At any rate, we need to find Scion so we can actually figure out what in the world we're plotting. Sounds good to me. Fair enough. Alright. What is this? Oh crap. Red coin over there. Oh! That was a... Nope, that was an open window. I don't see any more coins. Oh, there's one up there. Wait a second, is this... This is just the starting area of a, like... Oh! Oh, that's probably what the switch is for, isn't it? Yeah, I was right. Teleporter. Instead, walk over here and grab this. That should be the only coin around here, I think. So let's go. Oh, oh, wonderful. Oh, just wonderful. Is that Ixel? Ixel! My friends, they're all dead. They were killed just like that. What are you looking at? Get away from me! Jeez. Jeez. What the hell? What the hell happened to all of them? Alright, I've collected all of them so far. All the ones I've found anyway. Up there's another one. Wait, what the hell? Am I supposed to avoid them? Right them? Oh, I'm supposed to avoid them. Okay. Probably should have figured. Considering... Well, actually no, because like they were the platforms at the start of the level. What is this music on? I am legit curious. Da, da, da. Oh. God. I am so bad at this. I need to be more patient. I think that's the problem. That and just moving platforms are really annoying to deal with. Okay. There we go. Oh my lord. Yeah, I don't see any red coins over here, so we can just grab this pepper and check around the window. Nothing, okay. There we go. I don't see any coins around here either. This place looks a lot more sinister in this new coat of paint. Why is Asylum Stow always so uncanny? It's me, man. It's me. Oh shit. Came here looking for answers? Sorry, but we're just as clueless as you are. What in the world is Asylum up to? Have we been deceived this entire time? So if Asylum lied to us about pretty much everything, does that mean you're a lie too? I really hope not. I don't think I'm a lie. I feel true. That makes no freaking sense. God. What the hell's going on? Oh. Okay. I think I know what I have to do. Just make a round trip, basically. I thought I would have to go to the middle, but nah. The final boss is gonna be epic as hell. I can already tell. This build-up better not be wasted. I'm expecting, like, Ixal on steroids. Oh no. Aha. Missing 2 now. Asylum appears to be nowhere within the immediate vicinity. Though the layout of Sky Empire has been greatly altered, it may still be possible for you to find a way through it. I would certainly hope so. Is this the right way, or is it... Yeah, it's definitely the right way. But at the same time, there's something down there. How am I supposed to get to that? Maybe... Oh, I have an idea. Yeah, that was a valiant effort, I think. Yeah, I don't know how I'm supposed to get over there. Like, legit. Oh. Wait. I feel like I'm closer to it now. And there is a red coin over here, which suggests that this is... Oh, underneath the symbol! Oh, I get it! Oh, big brain, big brain, big brain! 78. Fuck me. Oh god, I have to make this area again. Underneath the symbol. Alright. Do I need to take the sauce again? I'm confused. Just take the teleporter, I guess. See where I end up. Oh. Okay, here we go. This is how I get to it. Bam! 91 stars. We are back in business, baby. We are back in goddamn business. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Fuck. Of course, the second I start pumping myself up with Ultra Instinct music, that's when I get deaded. Okay. I think I know what I have to do. If you just grab the saw, run really fast, ride. Okay. There we go. This is it then. Final hallway. At the home stretch. Got all the stars, all the coins, everything. Now it's just you and me, buddy. I know what you're probably wondering at this point. Is Asylum evil? Well, it's a simple answer. Yes. Oh. 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 Whoa. The hell? This one's gonna get one. You've got nowhere to run, Silm. Give it up. And no more of those sun television transitions. I hate those more than anything else. Backed into a corner, and you suddenly have nothing to say. Backed into a corner? Is that really the position you think I'm in? Quite the contrary. I brought you all here. I was getting tired of beating around the bush. Of course, to a monster like you, this will be nothing more than a game. Oh yeah, what was that whole thing about anyways? You know, when Ixel was screaming like a banshee. It's true. I killed the voices that once swarmed around Ixel's mind. Well, they weren't necessarily voices. They were abstract beings that exist in a higher order of reality. Very common ones too. So you were actually killing people? Abstract beings, yes, but intelligent nonetheless. Why would you do something so appalling? Surely you must have some reason. They were in my way. What? You killed them because they got in your way? According to my lie detectors, Silm is telling the truth. What, did you just kill people for sport? You really consider yourself to be so much higher than the others? Perhaps you do not yet grasp the true scope of your situation here. You are essentially standing before a god right now. Abstract horror of the highest order, the malicious, unmitigable terror with no real cause. No, my cause is quite simple. I am here to serve a narrative. A narrative? What might that entail? You must be working for some higher power. Who do you serve exactly? I serve no one. My narrative is my own. I created it, and I served it. It is my greatest creation. What the heck do you mean by narrative? Does it look like a book club to you, dude? It's quite simple, actually. You all are nothing more than the characters of a story. Simple abstractions of themes and personalities designed to fit the narrative I have created. So you think it's okay to step all over us because you see us as nothing more than irrelevant personalities? No, I'm aware that you are much more than meager personalities, but for the sake of the narrative, I will not treat you as such. Perhaps you may find satisfaction in knowing that you were not always fit to conform to the narrative. Once upon a time, you were normal people. In order to match the narrative, you were stripped of your memories and turned into points. Wait. Suddenly all of those angels make a lot more sense. I had to find that was the case. You did this to us, didn't you? Correct. I wiped your memory so that you all may better fit within the narrative. Your symbols are evidence of this, as they represent the themes that your memories were replaced with. I'm so sorry. That would explain why much of my database had been wiped prematurely. That would have been nice to know sooner, Minnow. Beep boop, I am a robot. That means those bizarre hunches which Ulips and I shared. Those were remnants of who we used to be. Whoa, can you guys slow down a little? I can hardly keep up with what you're all saying. I think I understand what's going on here. The reason why Anshan and Ulipsy were acting so suspicious was because some of their suspicions against Silm had carried over, even after their memories were wiped. It would seem that way, yes. So why did you do it? What reason did you have to wipe our memories? Again, a very simple answer to your question. You had discovered my true identity, and posed a major threat to me as a result. I had no choice but to reinvent your identities. But now, knowing that you truly have nothing left, how can you continue to keep your head high? No memories, no real identity, and no place to return to as far as you're all aware. I suppose I'm intrigued by the fact that you're all able to cling onto the final trace of your dignity. This doesn't quite make sense to me. I mean, even if you still believe in the second Star Savior, you're nothing more than just another construct for the narrative. No, you're wrong. Whoa. Even if the Star Savior happens to be another construct of your narrative, they've proven to be a hero we can depend on. The Star Savior has fought through both thick and thin to prove themselves as someone who we can trust in the bitter end. Indeed, even if we have nothing else, we have you, noble Star Savior. You're our true light in the dark. I am grateful for everything you have done so far. You'll avenge them, won't you? Silm must pay for his crimes in order for all of us to move on. We need you. Looks like it's your turn to save our world. And a bunch of other dimensions too, I guess. We can do it! You're our last chance. I believe in you. All of us do. I still don't quite understand what's going on, but if anyone can save the world in time of need, it's you! We're counting on you! This is it. You're our last hope. But don't let that intimidate you. There's a 100% chance that you are the new Star Savior. We are putting all our faith into your abilities. I see. Then I must first destroy the very source of your hope. Farewell, Star Savior. Let's go, you. Let's go. You six-pointed monster. Oh shit. Huh! On. Yes! Whoa. Hello? Oh, free? After all this time? Were you the one who saved me? I cannot thank you enough. Sorry, I haven't even introduced myself yet. I am the Star Savior... Crap. Get back, it's Stratosphere! Look, looks like Stratosphere really was around here. Allow us to smite this foe. Wait a moment, I'm not so sure if Stratosphere is our enemy here. Let's hear them out. Oh no. Anshine, I'm so sorry. What are you talking about? I don't believe we've actually met before. Well, of course you wouldn't remember anything. Your memory was wiped. And it's all my fault. Yeah, no. Silent wiped our memories, not you. Unless Stratosphere really was the one who wiped our memories. Don't let them get away! Would you all stop for a second? Listen to what they're trying to say. Well, for starters, I'm the Star Savior. Or, I guess, I was the first Star Savior. Seeing that there's now a second one. Hi. You expect us to believe that? Well, yeah. When you put it like that, it's a little hard to believe. That's not the craziest part, though. Everyone knows how the Star Savior defeated Stratosphere. But nobody knew that the Star Savior was transformed into Stratosphere, and sent back in time to fight themselves. This would ultimately be my fate. The transformation into Stratosphere was by no means instantaneous. I spent many years knowing I would one day become my own enemy. It was a heavy burden to carry. One day, I was no longer able to keep it a secret. I decided to tell my closest, most dearest friend about it. But knowing that their cover had been blown, Salm apparently suddenly turned my best friend to a point. Anshine, I'm so sorry. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. Now you don't remember anything. Oh my god. You really are the Star Savior! Anshine's body temperature has increased by a significant margin. It seems that Anshine's vocabulary is not large enough to include words which might describe his current emotional state. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. Called it. I don't know. I can't really be mad at you because I don't remember that happening. But if what you say is true, no. I'm sure that I wouldn't be able to keep a secret like that either. Trying to reach out to others was the right thing to do, even if it had unprecedented consequences. Remember, Silem is the real enemy here. None of us deserved any of this. But there's still something that I don't quite understand. For how long have you been Stratosphere? How were you able to be freed just now? been trapped in this form for over 300 years. Salem has been controlling me like a puppet this entire time. You see, since I was nothing more than a puppet, Salem had no need to wipe my memories. But thanks to the efforts of the second Star Savior, he lost control, allowing me to break free. Since my memories were still intact, I was able to shatter my symbol. Would there be any way for the rest of us to shatter our symbols too? Highly doubt it. A symbol can only be shattered if a point regains all of their memories, while all of your memories have been completely wiped. I still don't understand. Why did Scion wipe our memories in the first place? They said that we had once gotten in the way. I have no idea. But if I were to guess, I'd say the rest of you probably got dangerously close to discovering one of Sion's many secrets. But Sion can't wipe our memories twice, right? Not that we've discovered their secrets, he has no choice but to use force against us. Yes, and now you've backed them against the corner. But there's no way they could be defeated that easily. Make no mistake, the worst has yet to come. Oh damn. Look who finally decided to show their face. This is like some kind of trap. Wait, what are they holding in their hand? This is the shooting star. The very weapon the second Star Savior just used against me. We managed to snag it from them at the end of our battle. Your most powerful weapon has just been turned against you. But it seems that you too were able to snag something away from me. My puppet. You have a lot of nerve to call me that, even after I've been freed. No, you have a lot of nerve to defy me. I am the one who perpetuated your existence. You don't mean to say you're our creator? Not quite. I'm not sure who allowed you to exist in the first place. I would consider myself a creator, but not the original one. I merely stepped in and assumed control. I still don't understand. What was your motive behind the whole thing? Why would you just assume the role of our creator? When I first came to this plane of reality, I was greatly interested in power harnessed by the stars. I set up a relatively simple battle between the first Star Savior and Stratosphere in order to motivate them to collect stars. Little did anyone know, Star Savior and Stratosphere were one and the same. This was the beginning of my glorious narrative, to create such an easily believable stories of adventure and hope, and to reap all the benefits. I had never seen anything like it before. I suppose you could say I became distracted by the narrative. Though I've taken away your shooting star, I no longer care much for the power of the stars. I was much more interested in the narrative I could craft using the second Star Savior. So you just sent the second Star Savior on this quest for nothing? The stars never actually mattered? Not quite. It's a little more complicated than that. Nothing makes sense anymore. What does this have to be so complex? It is because I am an artist, and you are my creations. Huh? Your original forms? They were not pleasing enough for me. I cared about you all so much. I decided to give you newer, more pure forms. Divine forms. This might start to sound like Samazu. Every single one of you is brilliant in your own way. You found out my secrets without much difficulty at all. That is why I accepted you. You were the only ones who were perfect enough to become the characters of my narrative. You really don't know how much I cared about all of you. It makes me so happy seeing all of you here together, fighting for a single cause. All because I had to become your enemy. It warms my heart. That's it, guys. He's completely lost it. We're on a one-way track to Crazy Town now. Sam's emotions are sincere, yet they're not logically sound. It would be best not to reason with him now. You see, my goal was no longer about harnessing the power of the stars. I just wanted to see if you were all able to find out the truth. I really wanted to see my friends succeed. We are not your friends. We're here to finally make you pay for your crimes. You don't seem to understand the position you're in right now. I know who my friends are. They're the ones you've killed off. And believe me, there is no forgiveness in my heart. Hold on a second, Silem. Are you suggesting you're going to die just to see us win in the end? I am not afraid of death. My impact on reality is so great that it really wouldn't matter if I died. My narrative would perhaps be finished, or my characters would live on. But be warned, my control over this universe is so great that even reality tends to work in my favor. My helping you all does not guarantee your success. Especially now that I have this shooting star. Okay, which side have you been on? Are you for us or against us? Seems they're on the mental side. Now, are you ready to witness my true form? My, it's been quite a long time since I've used it. You don't mean that form? Oh shit. Well, Stratosphere, do you remember it even after 300 years? The red X. Right. Isn't that Stratosphere's symbol? Yes. This was the symbol I gave Stratosphere. But it was once my symbol too. The very first symbol I had created. I eventually changed my own symbol to the 6-pointed cyan symbol you frequently saw me with. But of course, you can never beat the classics. If you combine the two, we might get Celestial symbol, don't you think? Celestial. Isn't that just something you made up to get the second Star Saber to collect stars? Oh no, Celestial is quite real, I assure you. Well then bring them out here, we'll beat them no problem. Poor you, Lipsy. So misguided in your ways, always jumping to assumptions. What did you say about me? Stay back, something is about to happen. The answer is quite simple as always, for you see, I am Celestial, and I am the final obstacle you must overcome. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god, how? Oh god, what am I supposed to? Oh god, what do I do here? Point. Point. Okay, I think I know what I have to do. I just have to avoid their attacks and reach the symbols. I mean the points. Point symbols. Got it. Signal. What's your deal, dude? Do you really think you're some kind of celestial god? I said you're a celestial wreck. It's time to mess you up. Got it. Our faith in the Star Saber is the principle by which we act upon. The Star Saber is our faith and direction, regardless of your rebellion for... Fuck me. That stuff goes way too fast, I'm sorry. I want to read it, I'm sure it's really epic, but I quite literally don't have the time. This isn't your reality to control. As long as the Star Saber is here to guide us, we might just be able to reclaim our reality. Let's put an end to this. Star Saber has survived many of our dangerous traps and trials. It's only right that we repay them by fighting in their place. Oh, I just noticed their health bar is going down. Oh god, I'm one hit away from death. I don't like this point of view. It's certain thing. 300 years. You kept the original Star Saber trapped in Maytown for 300 years. I can't even imagine how long that must have been. 300 years, bro. Yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting out of the final boss, not gonna lie. You may have misguided us on numerous occasions. The truth of recent revelations has given us strength to fight. Oh, I recover some health with every symbol I collect. Okay. Don't tell me I have to start from the beginning. Oh god, I do, don't I? Oh, I don't actually. Oh. Oh my god, those jumps are so annoying. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you make jumps like those? This is why fixed camera angles in platformers it's just no, man. Just no. Ugh. Oh well. Worst possible time. Got it. Roar, I'm a mad dragon. Get it? Because my world's a mad dragon festival? I thought it was funny. Anyway, here's my attack. Oh, that looked sick. God, please tell me that Stratosphere is the last attack. Please tell me. That would be so sick. Got it. Upon scanning Celestial, it appears that their health is quite low. Under different circumstances, some of us here have shown mercy. May have shown mercy, but screw you. Plasma shot, bam, 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 bam. Oh. Okay, let's see, who else is left? Yeah, it should be, yeah, we're at the, like, penultimate one, I'm pretty sure. I never would have guessed that there existed a being more vile and callous than myself. Your existence is a threat to this entire reality. Yo, sick. Oh, here we go. Final hit. Oh boy. 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 Oh, I died. I died mid-transition. Kind of kills the mood. I definitely appreciate the checkpoints mid-battle though. Yes! Come on. Got it! Even if this is what you really want, even if you want us to fight against you to the bitter end, we should each our own duty to... Final stinger, let's go! It's over! It's over! Let's go! Adventure forward 2 points of conflict. Is that actually it? Welcome back, Star Savior. I should take this time to properly thank you for your efforts now. Celestial is no longer a threat to our reality. So thank you for everything you've done for us. Hold on a moment. You picked up Silent's symbol, didn't you? A battle trophy, perhaps? Well, you've certainly earned it. What's up, Strato? The world is at peace once again. However, I can't help but get the feeling that there's something more to be done. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. 300 years of captivity can do that to a person. Oh, there's one way to find out. No? No, that's just about everything. I have conquered the beast. Thank you for everything you've done. I'm proud to say that I was the first one who gave their symbol to you. This is so wholesome, I love it. God, my throat is tired. It's been 30 minutes. I mean, we might not have any memories of who we used to be. I guess I'm glad you're still around, because you make my day that much brighter. I mean it. Aww. If only we could have our memories restored. Perhaps I should focus on the future rather than the past. After all, the future is determined by you. At least, that's what I seem to think. This music is a bop, though. This is a victory song right here. Dun, 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 dun. Things turned out pretty okay, and that's all that matters, right? Keep doing what you do best. I wonder where everyone is. Is everyone where... Oh god! Okay, well, at least I verified there's no one here. Wait, are you? Oh my god, it doesn't work. This is literally where my first playthrough ended. Celestial has lost her clutch on reality. Now it's up to us to turn it into the kind of world we want to see. Ooh. If you go through this doorway, you'll be transported back to the past. Back when I freaked out in front of everyone. Not my proudest moment. A new area has opened beyond the doorway to the left. However, the area beyond the right doorway appears to be stuck in a time loop. Hey, the door just opened. Does it have anything to do with Sion? I'm not sure if I'm willing to find out. Well, this is what this whole journey has led up to. Whatever is beyond that door, it's the ending. Let's go. Hey there. You guys come here often? So this is what was hidden behind the unusual door. A point that no one of us have seen before. This is Yawgate. They're the ones in charge of handling a bunch of pocket dimensions that were owned by Sion, including the one where it was held for 300 years. Hey, at least Sion was destroyed, right? That's the only way that door could have been opened. Yeah, you might just destroy him. Wait, hold on. You noticed it too, haven't you? Yeah, the force field of shards behind me remains intact. It can only mean one thing. A piece of Celestial still exists somewhere in some form. No, you're telling me that he's still alive somewhere? But how? Well, it's entirely possible that some essence of them could be hidden in one of the pocket dimensions. After all, that's where Celestial kept many of his greatest secrets and experiments. Makes sense. I can't think of any other place where they'd want to hide something so important. Right then, looks like we'll have to ask for your help again, Star Savior. Yeah, sure. Oh, sorry, I thought you were referring to me. Looks like you have enough stars in order to sterilize the gateway. Here we go! Yep, there we go. The actual final level. Whoa, what the hell? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. I was not prepared for a new onslaught of levels, I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting just a cutscene. This kind of came at me with a lot of surprise. Shit! God, that jump is gonna be a pain in the butt, I can already tell. This does not bode well for me. Okay. Oh god, I don't like this. Oh. My original purpose, the reason why Celestial created me, was to us a gateway in order to easily reach the hidden pocket dimensions. Celestial specifically kept many manifestations of time and space locked away in these dimensions. Fortunately, the essence of my being is rather harmless. I'm nothing more than a gateway through multi-dimensional space. Their experimental counterparts might be difficult to comprehend. Unfortunately, this may make finding the last piece of Celestial a rather tricky endeavor. For now, we suggest focusing on collecting each of our symbols as... Okay, so just do what I've been doing. Aye. Sounds good to me, man. Fuck. Sounds good to me, man. Proceeds to fuck up in the most horrendous way possible. That jump is way too early. Oh. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking with that one. Why? Okay. Oh my god. Let's move on to the next pocket dimension. We will find a familiar friend. We have Godspeed, Star Savior. Okay. Okay. Oh. 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 Oh, this looks really cool. It looks way cool in the original game. Oh, I have to jump on the opposite one first. Hey, what's up, Strato? 300 years. I'm stuck in this place for 300 years. Didn't even know when I could be released, or when Celestial would be defeated. Despite the hopelessness of my situation, I still had hope. I think that no matter how hopeless the future may seem, there's always the possibility that you will be given a second chance. You were my second chance. I cannot thank you enough for your efforts. I don't know how I feel talking about second chances with like what I know about the dev. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I'm gonna save that video for a whole save that topic for a whole nother video. Alright. Yeah, I recognize a lot of these obstacles. Oh, that's cool. You were my hope. Don't stop being hope for everyone else too. We're counting on you. Yeah! Oh? I am Morward, a manifestation of the future. Will the future be decided by your actions or Celestial's influence? The answer is actually quite difficult to discern. You find that the future is often embedded into the present. Keep looking for the future, the path forward become obvious. Look into the future. Oh, wait. Oh, I get it. I get it. It's a mirror puzzle type thing. God, it is very disorienting though. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yes, it's hella disorienting. I like it though, I like this concept. Yeah, this definitely makes the challenge a lot easier. Just treat us a 2D platformer and you're good to go. You might be surprised by how much of the future actually depends on your actions. This is perhaps the greatest privilege of living in the present. Alright, that's 3 out of 6 I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well, what the hell? Is this the past? I am past these. The answer of the past. If you are going to future ways. Yeah, sorry. I'm just tired as hell. I just don't want to read more stuff. Oh boy, yeah, I can already tell how this is gonna go. It's just the same thing, but like in reverse, basically. So I just keep making those jumps, and oh, this is confusing. Okay. Oh god, no, oh god, no, don't, oh my god. Just cut to when I've beaten this. There you go. Though there are some elements of the past that are impossible to change, you should be able to learn from the previous mistakes. Okay. Nice lesson. Oh, whoa. What the hell? What in the actual, huh? Oh! I almost had it. Oh, great, it's one of these. Yeah, another session of haha, you didn't get in your first try, Lamau. Yeah, it should be the penultimate one. There you go. Oh no. Now it's platforming. Oh my god. Fuck. Are you joking with me? Wait, are they? Oh, they're not. Oh. Oh, I thought they were like actually circling around. I was like, oh no, please God, no. Oh. Those apparently were though. What the hell am I doing wrong here? There you go. Whoa. Did you come here expecting to find a remnant of Celestial? Well, I had to break it to you, but there's nothing here. I am quite literally, I am Voixer, the manifestation of the void. My purest essence is nothingness. I am Celestial just successfully creating a being out of nothing. That being said, I am also the dead end of your journey. This is the final pocket dimension, and there's no way to progress further from here. Oh, yes, I suppose I also would still steal a favor. If you got Celestial, I would still be... What to do? Perhaps we can have concerns or... Doing so second. Alright. Bring it on! Bring it on, Voix! Bring it on, Voixer! Let's go! Wait, what? What is this form? Why did my symbol change? How is this possible? I, Voixer, am a being composed of nothingness. Changed my form somehow. How is my form not stagnant? No. This can only mean I must not actually be made of nothingness. In fact, the very motion that I am a manifestation of nothingness seems paradoxical in nature. So what am I? I see. So that is the voice that I have heard in my head all this time. I am made of a remnant of Celestial. That's why my form was changed to match their likeness. And here I thought that my only purpose was to remain as nothingness. And yet Celestial intended to use me as a tool. So in the end, my existence was far from pointless. But do I really want to live this way? Not knowing that I am destined to serve Celestial regardless of what I believe? Even their thoughts are beginning to course through me. Their commands are too much to bear. I cannot continue to exist this way. It's a painful existence. I must dissipate my form. I am sorry. I know you were expecting some kind of fearless battle against me, but I cannot provide that for you after discovering my true form. I only hope that you will not forget me when the rest of the world does. Remember me, and remember that I will always be with you, drifting through nothingness. Goodbye, Star Savior. Damn. Damn. That's it. It's over. I have 100% its Adventure Forward 2. I don't really know what to say, honestly. I am kind of at a loss for words, but this has been just a taco signing off.